downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Goff. The connecting here with DJ Shark. Yeah, he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions in 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Cross pass finds Williams, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Back to the running game with Swift. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Come on.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the 1st down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Buying time to his left, and he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Goff. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Thomas brings it in.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 28 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Zerline good with a PAT. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Right back to Swift again on second down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on third. Gone. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
The score, Commanders 21, Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Go off a handoff here to Swift. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
Now it's gone.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark from 8 yards out.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Back back to throw now on first down. On the move to his left. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The object there was to get the ball to him on a quick slant, see if he could get loose and take one the distance. But the defense was prepared, and incompletion results.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Goff. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. That's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 1 second, all that remains.
They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35.
19 tight, 10 to 11, 10 to 11. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And it's
Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 35, Lions 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that.
And this will be caught at the 30.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. They'll run right here with Swift.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd and goal, Goff. He's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Going up top.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Back to throw here. Thomas brings it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw again. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 42, Lions 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now Goff on 1st down. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there, with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Commanders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Commanders 49, Lions 21.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Hold it ready. 1879 Broncos.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
19 Lions.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Another pass into the hands of Thomas.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Gibson going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Here we
Third
go.
and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Hold on.
Goff now looks to throw. And Shark hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Lions.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards. Here's Swift. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. To throw is Goff. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal.
And the Commander defense able to hold. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective.